my witches. I'm grateful you joined me today in our quest to unravel the mysteries of dark magic. Come on in, and we'll begin our journey, if you dare. This is a friendly warning to those witches, regardless of your experience, that working with these types of energies can be more challenging and personally draining on your own energy. The deities, as well, on this side of the fence, tend to be a bit more demanding and less forgiving. So I urge you now to do your research if you should be using a deity, as you should with any deity that you use, regardless of what pantheon you're taking them from. If you have any doubts or reservations or fears about anything that you see, I suggest that you wait until you feel more confident until you try one of these spells. So now that that's covered, let's play! Welcome, my witches! I'm so glad to see you popped in today. What's on the docket for today? Well, the blood is going to flow today. We're going to make the blood substitute that you can use in your workings, whether it be for the white magic or the black magic, any kind of magic. You can use this blood substitute as a tag lock for you. You just have to remember what kind of spell you're doing. This is a tea that I have made out of hibiscus petals. So you put your hibiscus petals, as you can see. I don't know if you can see them very well, but they're in here, and you just put boiling water in and just let it steep. Now 4 or 5 petals in here, I think. And that's about it. So, and you're going to add a little bit more to it, so you only want about 3/4 of a jar. Now you also want a jar that is going to be airtight. You want it tight, so when you tip it over, it's not going to leak, because you don't want it to leak, of course. But you also don't want the air to get into it as much either. So, what we're going to need? Well, you need your hibiscus tea. This is vodka. You can use any spirit you like, because this is a representation of your blood. Your blood. Not cow's blood, not horse's blood, not pig's blood, chicken blood. This is your blood. This is from you. So you want it to be as much of a representation of you as you can. Now, this can be 100% rubbing alcohol if you choose. It's totally up to you. And the reason why we're putting in an alcoholic beverage, even if you do not drink, you need something in here because this is water-based, so it does not rot. You don't want any mold or mildew in your product because it'll make it totally useless. So, because this is a blood substitute, you would like something in there that would naturally be in blood. Not that you would just inject vodka or whatever into your bloodstream, however, but you do need something in there to not make it go bad. Okay, so This is what, this is how I use it, and I just put in vodka. You can put in anything. You can put in rubbing alcohol, as I've said. So now we're using arrowroot. Arrowroot is for the cells, like the cells that are in your body. This is dragon's blood powder, and nice big bag of it. This way I don't have to grind it. We use this for other things as well, but it'll go great in here because you want it to actually dissolve in it, because this is actual blood from a tree. Okay, this is the sap from a tree. So it is the lifeblood of a tree. And because it is dragon's blood, it has properties to it. So this is another reason why we're using it. We're using alum. Alum you can get in the spice section of your grocery store. A lot of people go, I've never heard of it. It's okay, don't worry about it. It's used in cooking. If you've never heard about it, then you just probably haven't taken a cooking course that requires you to use alum. But anyways, it's fairly easy to find. You just need to go looking in the spice section. Now, this is my personal contribution to the tea. This is beet juice. You don't need beet juice. However, beet juice, I just use it from the jar that I buy beets. I go buy beets. Now, there is sugar and salt and other things in here that are also in your bloodstream. Beet juice is a good representation of blood. It's also got the kind of sort of the right color. When you mix it all in, it makes it really nice. We're also putting in sea salt. Now, if you don't have sea salt, you can use regular salt. Sea salt is just got the more of a closer pH to your own body. And because in your body you have vitamin B12, vitamin C, D, all this other stuff, okay? You have vitamins and minerals and everything in there. I am putting in a multivitamin. If you don't have a multivitamin, it's okay. You don't necessarily need one. It just adds to the best representation of what is in blood. And then I also have a pin here, because you do need to poke yourself, but you're only going to put like 3 drops of blood. 3 is my magic number. If you can only get 1 out, then that'll be fine. You need the vibration. Now, the vibration of your blood goes in here. And it turns all of this into blood. If you know, so we're going to start putting this together. Like I said, I've already got my tea. I'm just going to put in the beet juice. I am going to put in my little addition here. I'm going to wait till the end because I'm going to use this vodka to sterilize my finger. Okay, so now I need to get my mortar and pestle. There we go. Now I need to break down this vitamin here. Now, if you're taking any other medications on a regular basis, like if you have epilepsy or diabetes or something like that, something where where you're taking medication every day, this is what you want to do. Sorry, it's kind of loud. I'll turn it down. There. Now, if you notice, when you break down your vitamins or something, you're going to get this like papery outside part, you don't need to put that in. That's just a coating to keep it all together so that you can take it. I don't actually need that part in here. I'm going to get rid of that right now because I don't need that in. There. Now I'm going to put in a little bit of this sea salt. There we go. And no, everything else is pretty much. Okay, now this is all powder from here on in, and that's okay. I'm putting it in here so I can mix it up, and that is just so I can put in my intent. Don't put in a positive or negative intent. Okay, I'm putting in 3 dragon's blood, 1 arrowroot, and one like just a half of an alum. The alum is to kind of bring everything together so it doesn't all separate on you continually. Okay. Hold on a second. I want to Now, arrowroot you use in making facial preparations and things like that. It's a binder. So we're going to put that in there, but it's also going to represent the cells in your blood, your white blood cells, your red blood cells. You want all those cells to be represented in your bloodstream. So I'm just going to take about just a little bit, like a half of this little baby spoon here. And now I'm just going to go in a clockwise motion and put in some intent. And what you want to put in is you want to put in your vibration into this. Because it is a representation of you, you want to put you into it. So your vibration, not a positive vibration, not a negative vibration, because you are all of those. You are every vibration. You don't sit at this vibration constantly all day long. You're going up, you go down, you go up, you go down, you go up, you go up, you go down, you go down. So you're moving all the time. So depending upon the state that you choose to be in, your mood. Okay. And then you put it all in here. And then you put it on your windowsill. And I put it on my windowsill not because it needs to be charged per se, because it is your blood, but it does need to steep a bit. And I put it there just because I put everything else there. So that's where it's going. You can put it on your cupboard somewhere, it doesn't matter, but just have another little piece of that paper stuff off of the vitamin. I don't particularly want in there. Yeah. And you just kind of scoop it all in. And give it a stir. Now, if you're going to be using a bigger container, you might need a little bit more alcohol in here as well. I'll just take from the top. I don't really need to strain it because it'll all go to the bottom. So, now that I have that, I need my little pin here. Now, you stick your pin, make sure your pin, or whatever you're using, is sterilized. And then whatever finger you're going to jab, stick that in there. And then you poke. Oh, shit. Okay. It's all going to go in there anyways. And you pour that in. And stir it up a little bit. And my lid. Now, if you leave this for a week or so, it should kind of sort of thicken up a little bit. And when you come back to it, you should come back to it like once a day or once every other day or so, and just take the lid off it just to see the consistency of it, to see, you know, how it looks to you. You may feel like you want to put in a little bit more arrowroot in there, or maybe a little bit more dragon's blood in there. See what it feels like. And that's okay. So now that you've got your substitute blood, you can go head on into blood magic, because now you can do 5 or 6 in a row and you got plenty of blood to use. Until next time, I'm Chrome Alone. Check out the link below for the correspondences and magical properties of the items used in this video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you don't miss any witchy content our 3 sisters have brewing for you here on The Witches Inn.